Hi, it's David from Life with Parkinson's. If you're new here, welcome. We hope you'll consider subscribing. And everyone else, thank you for coming back to watch this episode of Sleep and Parkinson's Disease, Getting Through the Night. And you can see I have my little helper here, Kiwi, who's on board for today's show. She'll be giving you her opinion on everything that's going on. Oh yeah? You gonna tell them what's on your mind? I know that sleep issues have likely been a problem for almost everybody out there at one time in your life, so I will basically talk about the problems I've been having and our recent solutions. So, we have a lot of exciting information to get to, so let's get right to it. As people with Parkinson's, there are so many things against us in getting a good night's sleep. I mean, the list of problems related to sleep issues and Parkinson's disease is so long, I doubt we could talk about every problem in one video, even just touching on each subject for like 10 to 15 seconds. So basically I'm just going to talk about the problems I have. And one of the things that's been coming up quite often for me, just doing basic research lately, has been oxidative stress and its effects on Parkinson's and the brain. It's just mind-blowing, the stuff I didn't know about. And I'm a layperson with no education in biology, so this is all new for me. But I find it really interesting and a little bit scary about what happens to a person who has Parkinson's disease or other neurodegenerative diseases when harmful free radicals are just left on their own to attack the brain whenever they want to. And oxidative stress really just relates to rust and decay, like seawater on metal. It just eventually just rusts right through it and destroys and decays it. And that's kind of how free radicals, in my opinion, look like on somebody's brain. They just attack the dopamine producing parts of our brain, burn up all the glutathione that's there to protect them, and then just pound the heck out of our brain cells. Because there's nothing standing in their way to do that anymore. Also, I've been reading about levodopa and its role in oxidative stress, and I found that when our brain is breaking down and using the levodopa that we take, the synthetic levodopa, that it contributes to oxidative stress in our brains as well. If that is the case about levodopa and it's contributing to the oxidative stress in our brains as it's being used up, why aren't we taking anything to deal with it? Why aren't we being prescribed antioxidants just to help along the process and replenish what's burned up every day? That really just blows my mind. And I'm not trying to blame anyone in the medical community. It's possible that in our overloaded system, they just don't know about it. But it just gets me so upset because it's something so simple to do. If the natural glutathione in our brains is used up, replenish it. So in my opinion, it's like we really need to look at this. A little while ago, I did that video about glutathione and Parkinson's disease, where I talked about glutathione and NAC, two natural compounds in our body that really work well and that really fight well against the harmful free radicals in our brain. And I also introduced you to Organika, a Canadian company I've partnered with as an affiliate, just so I can offer you their products to you at a 25% discount if you use the code LWP25 at Organika's website. And the link is down in the description below. And through that link, you'll be able to indirectly support Life with Parkinson's, and we really appreciate that. And I'll also include Amazon links in the description below to NAC and glutathione for the United States. Okay, the 3-month update for glutathione and NAC. I started taking them about mid-April, May, June, July. I started taking them about mid-April, and I've noticed a positive difference in my ability to sleep. Now I can sleep 7, 8, even 9 hours a night, and that has made a big difference in my life. So my experience has been that these are not an overnight fix, they're not a quick fix, they're not a cure, but if it can help ease some of the insomnia symptoms, I'm all for it. Right here, I would like to mention one of our sponsors. Kiwi's on my shoulder now, making sure I'm saying the right things. Right here, I would like to mention one of our sponsors, Comfort Linen. This friction-reducing sleep system was invented by a physiotherapist for patients and caregivers on the front line of the Canadian healthcare system. I've been using Comfort Linen products for over 2 years without any problems at all. And right now, they want you to save more. Save 15% off their lowest advertised price on their website by using the custom link below, which will help you support life with Parkinson's indirectly. And I have to say, in the last 2 years, everyone who has purchased through that link, no one has complained about the product or the company. I've heard not a single thing negative. And that is a testament to the quality and integrity of Comfort Linen as a company. Long before my Parkinson's diagnosis, I was having problems sleeping. I became a very light sleeper and needed the bedroom noise-free and completely dark. And that is a definite counterpoint to Haley, who is a natural night owl. The situation developed into me having frequent, violent, and bad dreams. Then finally, when I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, it wasn't a surprise at all. Okay, since my Parkinson's diagnosis, for a long time lately, I have viewed bed as a prison. I mean, I've laid there so long, I've been able to count every dot of spackle on the ceiling, and let me tell you, after a while it gets really, really boring. One of the biggest problems I've had in bed lately is the cotton comforter I use. It's just so heavy, and it gets stuck on the bed because the cotton doesn't work well with Comfort Linen. And what will happen is my legs get tangled in the blanket while I'm sleeping, and because it's cotton, I just sweat all my water out into the blanket, and since there's no water left in my body, the medication doesn't work well. And also, if you've had this happen to you, you already know what I'm going to say next. When your leg muscles cramp up, it is excruciating. The amount of pain is just extremely high, and you can't move at all. So the whole situation is a non-starter. So then I have to call Haley, who untangles me out of the blanket and gets me set again. But I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to wake her up in the middle of the night, especially when she's had so much problems going to sleep. I am now going to introduce you to my solution for this problem. Well, it's actually my daughter's Felicia idea. She found this product. It's a cooling blanket made by ArcChill. Felicia is always looking for products that can help me, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Felicia. I've been using this new blanket since Monday, and I gotta say, wow, what a difference. It really does lower my temperature. I sweat less in bed. I'm able to move more because I have more water in my system, and I don't get tangled. Well, I do actually get tangled, but it's easier to get undone just because the blanket glides smoothly over my Comfort Linen products, and it's just been so wonderful, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. I'll have some Amazon links to the product below. And the great bonus is that I don't have to call Haley every night to come untangle me from the blanket. So I don't feel anymore that I'm 1 week away from a full-time care home. Okay, last part of the video. Just some quick tips and tricks for things that have helped me get through the night. Sometimes the night can be so long, and if you're like me, you can't read any screens or read any books. All you can do is just lay there and contemplate life. Because if you get out of bed like me, you're worried you're going to freeze up and you won't be able to get back in. Number one is the bed rail. Having this to get out of bed and to turn over when I need to is a big help. Keep some water and medication in the bed with you if at all possible. Haley gave me this little owl bag that I keep some extra pills and some water in. And the amount of times it saved me and got me out of troubling situations, just too many to count right now at this point. I've been playing with the idea of having a water bladder which has a really long straw on it, like you see the road bikers. So I'm probably going to get one of those, because if I wake up on my stomach and I've got no meds in my system, I can't turn over. I do put a little bit of creatine in my water at nighttime just to help with water retention and getting water to my muscles. That really makes a big difference, and I don't ever take the full daily dose. I don't want to overdo it on creatine. Haley has put a call button, and I keep my Google cell phone handy and nearby, so if I can't reach the call button, at least I can do a voice call when Google recognizes my voice and get help from Haley. And I've also added a small dose of medication through the night to help me get through to the morning, which helps take care of the dystonia. Okay, thank you for watching, supporting, subscribing, and liking this channel, and sharing with your family and friends. Let's continue to take this journey together. Leave a comment or a question below. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Goodbye.